What's going on, everyone? In this video, we'll be covering 30 plus games that will be coming out to VR in the second half of 2022, which is already halfway over. If you enjoyed or learned something new, all I ask is that you smash the like button below and subscribe. Let's get into the list. First is Wands Alliances. Cortopia Studios is releasing its multiplayer, spell-based game that features 3-on-3 matches. You'll get to pick your spells and jump into the arenas to fight magical combat. This game will be released on June 30th, and it will be available on Quest 2. Next, we have Vail VR getting released as a beta. This game is a competitive VR shooter that has a focus on using motion controls for aiming and reloading. The developers will aim at taking the top spot for VR shooter once this is fully released. This title has been in development for a super long time now, so it's definitely promising and worth checking out. The beta will go live July 1st, and it'll be available on PCVR. Next on the list is Kayak VR Mirage. First thing I have to say is wow, the graphics. It's insane. I showed the trailer to a few of my friends when it first came out, and they thought it was real life footage at first. This game is a physics-based single-player experience to explore and race throughout beautiful environments. Kayak VR will be released on July 12th on PCVR. Next, we have Moss, Book 2. I know, this game was already released a few months back on PSVR, but this title will make its appearance on MetaQuest 2. This is a popular title for PSVR, so I'm glad the Quest 2 owners will have the chance to experience the fun as well. Moss Book 2 will be out for the Quest on July 21st. Next is a Twilight Zone VR. This game features 3 different tales or episodes, each with a mini story that goes through different genres and are produced by different producers. We haven't heard anything on whether this title will be available for PSVR, PSVR 2, or PCVR, but the Quest 2 version will be released on July 14th. Next, we have Nerf Ultimate Championship. This brings a high-intensity multiplayer first-person shooter. You'll be able to pick through different Nerf guns, but in order to be a beast, you'll have to master your parkour skills in the practice arenas. Nerf will be out on August 25th for Quest 2. Next on the list is the Chewllers. This features a 4-player co-op game as you stand on top of a tower fighting waves of Chewllers. This will be similar to a zombie survival type games where you upgrade your weapons and repair your tower and hold out as long as possible. The Chewllers will be released this summer as an early access on Quest 2. This next one is not necessarily a new game release, but a DLC release of Walkabout Mini Golf. This new content is titled Labyrinth, and it will be the biggest update yet. The DLC will be released this summer for Quest 2 and PCVR. Next, we have Requisition VR. This game was originally expected to release in May of 2022, but the developers had to push back the date as the staff had to relocate from Russia and Ukraine. This is a survival zombie shooter with a lot of different ways to fight off the enemy. Requisition VR will be released as an early access for PCVR in September, and PSVR in later this year or early next year. I can see this next game being super popular for any age group. We have NFL Pro Era, which is the first officially licensed NFL VR game. You'll get to play as the quarterback for any of the 32 NFL teams. NFL Pro Era will be released sometime this fall, and it will be available on Quest 2 and PSVR. Next on the list is Espire 2. This is a sequel from the original Espire that offers more sandbox stealth game with new features and mechanics. They've also added co-op multiplayer so you can sneak around with your friends. I've always loved sneaky missions in different campaigns, so I'm going to have to check this one out. Espire 2 will be released in November on Quest 2. Alright, this next one, I see a lot of people playing it, and I can say that for sure. The game is Among Us VR. You'll get to play this bestseller in first-person VR. This game is expected to release during the holiday season this winter on Quest 2 and PCVR. It will also launch on PSVR 2 whenever the headset is released. Next, we have Hellsweeper, a follow-up of the popular VR action game, Sirento. This game is a gory VR combat game where you'll go through the campaign with different fighting styles. This title was already announced for PCVR, but now we know that it will also receive support for the standalone headsets as well. Hellsweeper will be released in Q4 on PCVR. The expected release date for Quest 2 is yet to be announced. From this point on, all of the games are still expected to release in 2022, but we do not have an exact release date as of right now. Before we go into the next section, I want to say thank you for making it this far into the video, and if you enjoyed or learned anything new, all I ask is that you smash the like button below and subscribe. With that being said, let's continue on our list. Next one is probably the most anticipated game this year, or maybe even ever on VR, and it is Bone Lab. I even heard of people claiming that this game will change the trajectory of VR games, and I don't doubt it. For anyone that haven't heard of this game, Bone Lab is an action-adventure game with physics-based environment. Bone Lab will be released on PCVR and Quest 2 with no exact release date. Next, we have Red Matter 2. This game will start off where the first game ended and takes you back into the plagued planet. The gameplay features a great story and puzzle solving. Red Matter 2 will be released on Quest 2 sometime this year. Next on the list is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. This is a Walking Dead sequel that was super popular on VR devices. You'll step back into the zombie world with a new map and weapons. This game will be released on Quest 2 and PCVR this year and PSVR next year. Next we have Gambit. Gambit is a co-op VR shooter with heist style missions. You'll be able to shoot and loot around the city with your friends. This game offers more than 20 hours of campaign. Gambit is expected to release this year on PCVR and Quest 2. Next game on the list is Killer Frequency. This game is its first title from developers Team 17, and it features a horror comedy gameplay set in the 1980s. Enjoy the horror and avoid the mysterious masked killer in town. Killer Frequency will be released this year and it will be available on Quest 2. Next, we have The Last Worker. This game is a VR puzzle adventure, and you'll be working for a massive corporation and trying to stop their endless capitalism. This game will be released on MetaQuest 2 this year. It will also be released for PCVR and PSVR, but we do not know the exact release date for those versions. Next on the list, we have Peaky Blinders, The King's Ransom. I can't tell from the trailer what kind of gameplay this game offers, but looks like you'll be working to stop top secret material from leaking into the wrong hands. This game is by the same developers of Doctor Who, The Edge of Time on VR, so if you enjoy that game, this one might be a good one to check out as well. This game is expected to release this year on Quest 2 and PCVR. Next, we have What the Bat. What the Bat is a VR follow-up from the same developers of What the Golf, and you'll be wielding a bat in each hand and you'll be going through many things except for playing baseball. This game will be released this year on Quest 2 and PCVR. Next on the list, we have Ziggy's Cosmic Adventure. This game is a pilot simulator where you'll need to manage between ships combat and the tasks you need to do within your ship, all while traveling through space. Ziggy's Cosmic Adventure will be released this year on Quest 2 and PCVR. Next, we have Propagation Paradise Hotel. This is a sequel to the original Propagation VR and features a single-player horror gameplay with new encounters and new mechanics, so you can't rely on your buddies to escape the hotel. This game will be released on all major VR platforms, but the one for the Quest 2 is confirmed for this year. Next on the list is Broken Edge. So my thought is that either this game has amazing marketing, because I see people talking about it and I've seen the trailer in different platforms a few times, or this is a highly anticipated game a lot of people are excited for, and I think it's the latter. Well, anyways, this game uses fencing mechanism to fight a duel with your sword. It will be released this year on Quest 2 and PCVR. Next, we have Hubris. From watching the trailer, I just want to say wow for the graphics. This will be an adventure VR shooter game that takes place within a sci-fi universe. We don't have too much info besides the trailer, but stay tuned for release this year on PCVR. Quest 2 and PSVR version is also in the works. Next game is Dyschronia Chronos Alternate. This is a murder mystery game where you, the main character, will dive into people's memories in order to find out the killer. Sounds like this will have a pretty cool game story attached with it too. Dyschronia will be released in episodes totaling 3, with all 3 episodes planned for release this year on Quest 2. Next is Paranormal Hunter. This is a multiplayer horror game where you are in a ghost house trying to escape with your friends. I don't have too much information besides the trailer, but all I know is that this game will be released this year on PCVR. Next game on the list is T for God. This game is another VR first-person shooter, but with a twist. The guns you use will be formed by finger tracking on your VR headset, and doesn't look like you'll be using your controllers at all. I haven't seen anything like this, so I have to see how this game turns out after release. T for God will be released this year on PCVR. Next, we have Ultimechs. In this game, you play 1v1 or 2v2 soccer, but with shooting rockets. The vibe definitely reminds me of Rocket League, but I really think this game has big potential. While this game will be released on all major VR headsets, but the PCVR version is the only one confirmed for this year. Next one on the list is Ruinsmagus VR. This is an action RPG with full Japanese voice acting. You'll be able to play as a novice wizard, but you'll gain experiences to become stronger as you progress through the 26 quests available. This game will be released this year on PCVR and Quest 2. The last game on this list is Vertigo 2. I know there's a lot of people waiting for the sequel from the original game, and the producers have been working on it since 2019. If you didn't play the first one, this is a story-driven VR shooter game. This game is still expected to release this year on PCVR. Alright, that is it for 30 plus games on VR releasing in the second half of 2022. If you're still watching, you are a true hero and thank you so much. Let me know which games you're excited about in the comments below. If you enjoyed or learned anything new in this video, all I ask is that you smash the like button below and subscribe. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.
Again.